Hello guys, sapphireyagami, and I'm here with a review for Once Upon a Time, Season 5, Episode 2. So within this episode, we have our first flashback where we see, what happens when they actually walk into Camelot. So they walk into Camelot, there's a big fanfare. They end up meeting Queen Guinevere. And then they said there would be a ball in their honor, and so everybody's excited except for Regina. We found out the reason that Regina's not excited is because she can't dance. And Snow was like, how does it possible? We went to balls a bunch of times. And Regina's like, well, your dad was supposed to dance with you, instead of me, before she became the evil queen, she was the wife. Queenie, why are you wet? My cat. He wants to make an appearance. So, Charming and Snow help Regina learn to dance, and Regina told King Arthur that she was a savior, so as to prevent Emma from using the power, because it would probably be like, oh, use your magic or free Merlin or whatever. And the thing is, we don't want Emma using magic because you don't want her to be tempted to use the dark magic, because she's now the savior and the dark one, the dark savior. Ooh, that'd be so cool, the dark savior. I love it. Anyway, so Regina gets dressed. Her first outfit is like a traditional evil queen outfit, which is cute, freaking I'll wear that. But it was like, something a little less, dark and scary. So she chose a white dress. I'm like, oh, that's so beautiful. That's cute. So apparently everybody's wearing white. And then we see a moment with Emma and Snow. And Emma goes reminiscing like how she used to go to the balls with her mom, and she was always hoped that she would, go to one with her daughter. And it was just like a beautiful mother-daughter moment with Emma and Snow. It's like so beautiful. But my thing is, though, I kind of hate that they're not called Snow White and Charming when they're being announced at the ball. They're called Maddie Margaret. I'm like, that's not her name. Her name's Snow White. But I'm like, they're in the world of fairy tale. People should know that you're, Snow and Charming. I don't think that'd be too much, but I think they did that so they won't lead it to Emma being known as the savior, because that's probably known throughout the land of the, fairy tale, enchanted forest, so they probably don't want nobody to know. But still, Lady Margaret. It's Lady Snow White. It's Queen Snow White. And King Charming. Anyway, so they're at the ball, everybody's mingling, everybody's dancing, have a nice little time. And except for Belle. Belle is holding the rose. I was really hoping when they were gonna bring in that rose aspect of Beauty and the Beast, so they got it. So we seeing Belle having the rose, and the rose is glowing, and there's a few petals falling, and she's worried because every petal that falls means Rumple's close to death. And Grumpy River shows her that every petal that doesn't fall means is closer to hope. I'm like, that hope. So everybody's gonna get along. And Charming notices his grandson Henry looking at this girl across the room, and Snow notices it too. So Charming like, I'm gonna go help him out. Like, here, take the straight. So Henry goes over, talks to her. Her name is Violet. I'm like, oh, so get it, Henry. Get your Mac on, Henry. So he shows her this MP3 player, and he like is a gift from the Savior. And she's like, really? He like, I helped him out one time. Like, look at little Henry, get this Mac on. Okay, Henry. Okay. So he introduces her to like the MP3 player and the iPod and everything. And she's like, oh, because it's supposed to be like, medieval times, right? And so, having music come out this little mysterious box that plays music. It's like tiny people trapped inside. Anyway, so then all of a sudden the music turns to like this modern music and everybody's still jamming. So all of a sudden this guy comes to actually Regina's, to dance with Regina. Dance and stuff. And he reveals that he's this little boy that when she was the evil queen, she had burned down his village and had left only the child to survive, so he wants to kill her. So he pulls out his sword and prepares to like kill her. And Robin Hood comes, right, and tackles him to the ground, but he gets stabbed. And then Prince Charming comes and finishes the job, kills the dude. But Robin's now injured, to her death. So Regina's like freaking out, like, oh my god, Robin, no. And she for some reason, so she tries to heal him, but realizes that the blade was enchanted, so she can't use her magic. So she asks Emma to do it, and Snow and everybody like, no. And Regina's like, I'm asking you, I mean, because she has a dagger, she's like, I can command you to do it, but she's asking her to please save Robin Hood, right? And so Emma's like, okay, I'll do it. But then, the dark one, they're trying to get her to use magic. It's like, but, there's got to be a price because, as Rumpel always said in the previous seasons, magic always comes with a price. So in this concept, she's trying to save a life. The price of that is you're going to have to take another life in order to save this one. A life for a life. That's how it works. So everybody's trying to figure out, who the heck is Emma talking to? They're like, Emma, who you talking to? So Emma does it. And then she kisses Hook. And she walks away. And the dark one's like, how did that feel? You liked it though? She's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Then we see her hand, it like glows like a little glittery. So apparently when you use dark magic, your skin turns to be glittery. It turns to glittery. Because Rumpelstiltskin his skin tone was like dark, goldish, but it was glittery as well. So for Emma, when we saw her dark one, hers is going to be a pale, yet glittery. So that's going to be interesting. So that's, seeing it slowly change over her. And back in present day Storybrooke, there's this Fury that kidnaps Robin Hood, and Regina's trying to figure out, how did it get here? Well, how did it get here and everything? Trying to figure out, if she could do it. And Emma tells Regina, while she's the dark one, that only a savior can defeat this. And Regina starts to doubt herself because everybody sees her as the, probably still sees her as the evil queen. And she don't think, and everybody don't think she could do this, right? And so we get a thing with King Arthur's in Storybrooke, along with various members of Camelot and Queen Guinevere. So apparently Emma brought not only her family back to Storybrooke, but also people of Camelot as well. Interesting. So Regina finds out that it's a Fury and that it needs a life because it was conjured sometime in Camelot, but they don't know exactly why, because, memory loss. So they eventually find a way to defeat it when Regina decides to sacrifice herself, and Snow's like, you're not going to do it alone. Then Charming joins in, and then Grumpy joins in, and then the Fury is defeated because it's way too much, power of love overflows all, and the boat for the All Souls, he's like, crap, and just backpedals, and all the fog and stuff disappears. So that was definitely interesting. What's also interesting to see was Emma. Emma is the dark one, but she's not mad at Henry, her son, because she goes to talk to him. And she's not mad at Hook because she talks to him and kisses him. And she's like, just because I'm the dark one doesn't mean we still can't be a couple. I'm like, okay, Emma. Ooh. Look at Emma. So she takes him to her house and everything. And Hook notices there's this door she has with a lock in it. And like, so obviously it's whatever's in that door is very important. All right. And so, Hook tries to go see inside, and she's like, no, let's make out and everything. So Hook kisses her, and he's like, it didn't work. And she's like, you've been talking to Bella, have you? I'm like, damn. Like, because the thing is with Emma, she pretty much already knows about everybody. That's like somebody from, Our World being thrown that said, an episode of Once Upon a Time, everybody's weaknesses and skills. You know what I'm saying? So Emma being a savior, the kiss probably didn't work because she is the savior and now she's also the dark one. So maybe the true love kiss just didn't work on her for some reason. So I was trying to figure out that too. Like, usually, because we know true love kiss can break everything. Unless Hook is not Emma's true love. That's the only two reasons I can see is that's the only reason, that's the only way I can see the kiss didn't work. Either he's not her true love, or two, because she's the savior / dark one now, it nullified, and the true love's kiss just nullified the fuck. Because we know it worked on Rumpel, but Rumpel wasn't the savior, you know what I'm saying? Rumpel was just, Rumpel, That's the only two reasons I could see it not working. So other than that, that's pretty much all for that episode of Once Upon a Time. I'll see you guys next week for the next episode. And obviously we're going to get more into the Dark One dagger being the tip of Excalibur. And apparently Emma needs Excalibur. So I'm feeling that it's going to be real intense. But that will make sense why she brought in Camelot. I mean, not the actual Camelot, but King Arthur, Guinevere, and a member of Camelot because, we're talking about Excalibur and stuff. So definitely, we'll definitely wait and see how much they're gonna go into this, the Dark One myth and the, you know, the sword itself. So that's gonna definitely be interesting. So comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time, dearies.